Hello and welcome to another one of our tutorials for USOR games. In this tutorial we're going to do a brief overview of how to use the site and all of its current capabilities. Bear in mind that we're going through constant changes and upgrades and improvements, so a lot of the features I'm showing you right now will either be improved upon or changed significantly, and there will probably be additional features not featured in this tutorial probably in the coming months. So please bear that in mind. That being said, let's go over what it is to this website and how to use it. I will be doing more tutorials, more in-depth tutorials of all these little parts that I'm going to show you real quick. So please bear that in mind. If you feel I'm going too fast, I'm doing that for a reason. This is just to give you an overview, and like I said, we will be doing additional tutorials later on to go in depth about how to use each and every little part of the site. Let's start off by logging in. You're going to need to register 2 times for USOR games. You're going to need to register for the main web page, and you're going to need to register for the Rocket Chat web chat page. But right now, we'll just skip that part and we'll go ahead and log in. So just log in on the front page here, just like I'm doing. And then on the left-hand side, we have the chat here. On the right-hand side, we have the character sheet screen. And let's go ahead and log into the chat right now. Okay, so now I'm logged into the website. There's my username up there for the website. And over here, I'm logged in at the chat room. So now that you're fully logged into the system, the next thing you want to do, of course, is create a character. This is what we're all about here. This is our central piece of work here for our system, is to create a traditional pen and paper role-playing game character sheet, but only doing it completely digitally. So we'll go over how to do this later on. But right now you can see here's the character sheet. You fill all this information in. There's validation errors, so it makes sure that you're not going to be missing anything in the process of creating the character. And it looks a little daunting, but it's actually a fairly simple character sheet to use, and it's pretty easy to create a character. You can do it in just a few minutes, and I'll show you all the intricacies of that later on. But once you're done filling out all this stuff, then you hit Create Character. I'm going to hit Cancel because I'm not going to create this character right now. And then once you create the character, your character will appear here. Here's my sample character right here. Then you've got your characters listed here. If you need to view your character, you just click on it here. And there's your character. There's all the stats for the character on the right-hand side here. Bear in mind that when you click on this, you can't edit the character in this form. This is like a hard copy form right here. But you will have the capability of editing. If you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can hit Edit here. And just give the screen a few moments, and it will pop up any second now. There it goes. And it looks like basically when you were creating the character, you can go back in this time, and if your character has gained character points and you want to power them up, or you've found magical items or treasure or anything you purchased, you can just click open the character sheet and add them in right here. I'm going to go ahead and hit Cancel, but once you've made your changes, if you want to save them, you hit Update Character. We'll get into that later on. Also, you have the option to delete from here. If you need to get back to your list of characters, you click on List of Characters up here, and we're back to our central screen. If you want to skip viewing your character and go right into editing it, you can just do the shortcut right here. That's it for characters for now. So if you're going to be a game master, you're going to want to go over to the chat room over here to Rocket Chat, and you're going to want to click this plus button to create a new channel. I'll show you how to do that later on. And that will be your private room for hosting whatever game session you want to host. You can choose to make it public or private. You can invite a select list of friends if you want, or just keep it completely open to the public. And hey, who knows? Maybe someone will log on and you can make a new friend over the webcam. So once you've done that and you've created your channel, you click on Announce Lobby, and you can do a message to everybody. You would hit @all, as you can see at the bottom of the screen here, and you would simply say, let's call the room Test 1. Test 1 room, looking for players levels 12 to 15. And it announces it to everybody in the lobby. And that way people will see your game, and then they can go to that channel, which would be up here, and then click on it and log in. And if you want to do the video conference for that private channel, let's just say tutorial here is the private channel. Click on that, and then you click on the video chat icon, and that will take you to the video conference screen. And we'll go into that in another tutorial. Also, let's go back to the lobby here, although you can do this from any one of the channels. I'll show you really quick our dice roller. You type in USOR roll 1d6 plus 1d10. Hit enter, and it gives you the results. You got a 3 and you got a 5. You can do USOR roll 5d8. And it gives you each of the individual results down here for your roll. Also, for the Game Masters, we have, if you need a monster, our bestiary is right here. There will, of course, be a lot more monsters later on, and the layout of this will probably change significantly, but for now, you can just download it as a PDF, and you'll have your monster stats right there to use for your players. Similarly, we have magic items. If you need to download a magic item, they're all here. And then under supplemental stuff, we have the feat chart, which you'll need for dice roll conversions. We'll talk about that later. Just for a handy, helpful class equipment roster right there. The action time calendar, which we'll get into later. You'll need to download that to play that. Right now, you'll have to download and print it out, but we're working on making a digitized version of that. And if you ever want to show the players the world map, you can do that, so everybody can kind of see where they are in the world. Right now, this is all we have, but it's going to get a lot bigger and better as we improve the game. So, in a nutshell, that is basically everything. And like I said, I will go over the rest of this in several different tutorials. We'll probably do at least a dozen more, breaking up each of these little features and showing you how to do everything. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned for more tutorials, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks.